Welcome back, Rankers. Brief update on Google Chrome. Look, last week I was doing it via a Parallels install on a Mac, so it wasn't a native environment, so forget about the CPU usage. There are other issues with it, but I'll let you go and find out those by yourself. But basically, I like Google Chrome. It's fast, it's quick, it renders pages quickly. Not a lot of overhead. You can close tabs down and a tab can crash and it doesn't crash the rest of the browser. So overall I like it, but I think it's more suited to be device dependent, meaning that I think it's more suited to things like an iPhone or an Android or something where it is the actual operating system of the device, and I think maybe that's where Google's going with it. Anyway, this week I talked a lot in the past about keyword analysis, and it really is the most important part of any search marketing campaign, because if you get it wrong, then everything is, there's no point in doing anything else. So Google recently has updated its AdWords keyword tool. Now this is the tool that a lot of you will be familiar with if you use AdWords. Now up until recent times, Google never used to tell us terribly much about what or the quantity of searches. It would give you sort of relative, like down here you can see we've got, well, I don't know what you can see, but we've got Telstra is the search that I've done in the keyword tool, and it's telling us that there's 60,500 searches for the month of August for the word Telstra in Google. Now they never used to tell us that before. They only ever used to give us a relative idea of one phrase compared to another phrase's popularity. So I was interested to find out the accuracy of this data, but I'm finding already, even with Google's own tools, discrepancy between these numbers. So in the keyword tool for AdWords, Google's telling us 60,500 for August. Then if we go to Google Trends, it doesn't give us exact numbers, but I've done a comparison here between Optus and Telstra. The blue line represents Telstra searches and the red line represents Optus searches. Now what this is telling us here is that it's saying that Optus is consistently below by nearly 50% of searches in relation to Telstra. Not giving us exact numbers, okay? So just keep those two things in mind. Then if we go and have a look at, say, Google Insights, which is another Google keyword tool, it's telling us actually that in the last 12 months, and specifically on July the 13th, Optus gained massively over Telstra for searches. So we've got Trends telling us that 50% more searches of Telstra over Optus. We've got the Google AdWords keyword tool, and I haven't done the Optus search here this morning to show you, but I can tell you, I did one earlier, and it was saying it was 15,000 for the month of August as opposed to Telstra's 60,000 for the month of August. So right there we've got a discrepancy of, you know, what is it, I'm not going to do the numbers, maybe 70% or something. And now we're looking at Insights for Google, and it's telling me that Optus is getting more searches. So the numbers are all over the place as far as these Google tools go for telling you the exact numbers or the relative numbers even of one search phrase versus another. So then I go to Wordtracker. Wordtracker, for those of you who don't know, is a paid tool, and we subscribe, we have a yearly subscription to it. And basically it monitors the data from a couple of other search engines. One's called Dogpile and the other one is called Metacrawler. Now if I type Telstra in, it's going to give me some idea, and it's telling me here about, you could say about 400 searches per day. So if you multiply that by 30, then we've got a different number again compared to what compared to what the Google tools were saying. And if we do Optus as a search phrase in Wordtracker, it's telling us about 300 a day. So right there we're saying that Wordtracker is telling us that Telstra is getting 25% more searches a month than Optus. So that sort of is it's pretty close to, I guess, the Google Trends tool, but nothing really else. So at the end of the day, what you need to be doing with your keywords is this. You can use all these tools, and I think all these tools are great, by the way. Some are more accurate than others, but what they do is give you a springboard, if you like, or a platform to operate from, to get a relative idea of, to get an idea of relative popularity between one phrase and another. As you can see there, it's a bit all over the place with the Google tools. But at the end of the day, it's the shopper you've got to think of. That's why our new business development manager, Michelle Davis, hi Michelle, is a shopper, and that was one of the main criteria that she had to understand to become the business development manager, because at the end of the day, that's who your customers are. It's the shoppers. So you've got to get inside the shopper's head. Michelle doesn't get involved with the technical side of search marketing within our business, but what she does do is get involved with the keyword analysis, because the best keyword analysis you can do is go and ask your customers what they're typing into Google. And I hope that helps, and we'll see you next week. And thanks very much for watching. Thanks very much. Bye.